Undercover cops, already in a hotel room, make a deal with a woman. She allegedly offers them sex in exchange for money.
Open the door. Sheriff's Department, get out!
You're under arrest for prostitution.
All right, here's your $300 right here.
Okay, I'm asking you.
The woman had also allegedly promised drugs, and Captain Clark wants to catch her supplier.
I don't know nothing about no weed man up here because I'm not from here.
Reluctantly, she agrees to help and makes a couple of phone calls.
Chocolate there, yes.
She tries to track down her girlfriend Chocolate, who knows the dealer's number.
I cannot believe it. I just got out the shower coming over here to see my friend.
But the sheriff's department gets to her first.
Where you buy the weed from? That's who they want.
Instead of luring the supplier to the hotel, cops arrest both girls and get permission to search their hotel rooms.
Sheriff's Department, open the door. Get out, get out, get out, get out!
In one of the rooms, a convicted felon.
Put your hands out.
More drugs and a gun.
Caliber 45. Well, we have to go on to the facts that we find when we enter the room.
You're in the room. You're the only person in the room. There's a weapon in the room.
It's not my room. I just got here.
You have a right to have an attorney present during any interrogation. They'll be taken to the Hinds County Detention Center at Raymond. They'll be booked and bond will be set.
Prostitution raids and drug busts, a project the sheriff's department has been tackling since 1995.
Stand over there in the grass over there.
9:45 in the morning.
We were just sitting there and we just heard 3 gunshots. Like bang, bang, bang.
On the frontage road of I-55 in front of the Studio 6 motel.
That's scary because I work here.
Sources say an angry husband confronted his wife and her lover in the parking lot of the motel. When the couple tried to leave, there was a clash of vehicles. Cheryl Clark saw it all.
That's when he just hit his gas.
And plowed into him.
Ran right into him. I said, Lord, how much? What is wrong with this man?
Witnesses say the angry husband crashed his vehicle into the red Silverado truck, flipping it over and on its side and shoving it against a wall. Then opened fire in a flurry of bullets.
So right now we're treating the driver incident as a homicide. The passenger was transported to UMC. We're not sure on her condition at this time. It is life-threatening.
About the gunshots, this looked like it was a planned hit.
Yes, they were both shot.
Police discovered the smashed remains of the black Pontiac a few miles away. It was backed into a parking space in the St. Dominic's Hospital parking garage. St. Dominic's confirms it has surveillance video showing the man and his 9-year-old daughter walking off the campus. Apparently, she witnessed the incident, was in the car when he opened fire on the red truck and its passengers.
That's just cruel. I don't see how somebody can just do that.
Emergency crews held up a red tarp to mask the grisly scene of a domestic dispute that turned violent on a heavily traveled frontage road.
Yeah, officers are all surrounding the building. Did you see what happened?
No, it's up inside it.
Just before 6 Thursday afternoon, Jackson police officers surrounded their own headquarters. Everyone inside was evacuated.
And she said there's an officer down, evacuate the building.
Moments later, police spilled out onto the street. They carried their emotions on their sleeves, the sleeves that bear the crest of the city they protect. News of Brother in Blue killed inside their own headquarters.
It's a tragic situation that we're dealing with right now, and we don't have a lot of answers.
Investigators say police made a murder arrest Thursday afternoon and brought the suspect to headquarters for questioning. Chief Rebecca Coleman fought back tears as she told a crowd of reporters what happened next.
At Helen's Florist, the business is blooming this week. The decorations are up and the orders are coming in. The beauty pageant means more money in Vicksburg.
A lot of gifts are sent to the contestants from their parents, the mothers, their church groups, their colleges and everything that they represent.
How much shopping have you been doing?
Well, we brought some with us.
It's brought Judy Mormon and Angie Owen to town from Pontotoc, and it's just Monday.
The entire trip?
Yes.
Minimum 2,000.
More than 30 beauty queens from across the state and their supporters are in town. The pageant culminates Saturday, but the impact was seen starting last week.
Wasn't the worst I've ever had.
That's when Allie Blackledge found out the one who won Miss Deep South had to step away. That didn't give her much time to get ready to step in.
I thought about it a minute, talked to my parents, and we said, who are we to turn down a second chance? I like it with pizza, spaghetti.
This is Kendra Lewis's first time on the state pageant scene. Miss Clinton is trying not to miss a thing.
I'm
more excited, but it's like a big circus. There's so much moving and so much going on. It's hard to just stay focused.
Pageant organizers say it's kind of hard to put an exact dollar figure on the economic impact of this pageant here in Vicksburg. The best guess is about $1 million. But for these pageant contestants, there's a dollar figure for them to consider as well.
There's still a lot of money to be given that we give out, in excess of $100,000 in cash scholarships and in excess of $1.2 million in-kind scholarships.
We'll take it to the very end of the intro, guys.
For the girls, it is a chance to hone their skill and wow the judges, but for the River City, a chance to showcase a pageant it has now hosted for 56 years. In Vicksburg, Scott Simmons, 16 WAPT News.
They still gather along the rail to get a glimpse of Jimmy Johns over in Brookhaven, the young man that captivated the entire state in 2004.
A whole 4 years, watched them all the way through.
On December 4th, Jimmy Johns single-handedly willed Brookhaven High School to a win over Clarksdale in the state championship game. Johns racked up 373 all-purpose yards with 3 touchdowns. The performance captured the attention of the one school he always wanted to call home.
Alabama was my dream. When I was 5, Alabama won the national championship. I told my mom that's how I was going to play at. Not too many people get to live that dream.
However, his tenure in Tuscaloosa would turn into a nightmare in more ways than one. A quarterback by trade, Johns was lost in the shuffle at running back. Far more discouraging to those who loved him, Johns began selling cocaine on and around the University of Alabama campus. By April 2008, his second life had been tipped off to undercover agents.
It's so much that you were doing and we're so secretive. That life ain't glamorous. It's so many different aspects. You're up all night, then you ducking anybody that may want to rob you, and it's not happy.
Amidst the dark cloud enveloping Johns, he made a successful transition to linebacker for the Crimson Tide. On April 12th, head coach Nick Saban awarded Johns the Woodrow Lowe Award, presented to the best linebacker on the Alabama football team. He now had an NFL future at the position. 73 days later, it would all come crashing down.
It wasn't real. The first night was like, it was a dream kind of, and then the second night, when you didn't get up and come home, and that door slammed that they fed you, it was reality that this is gonna be the next year of your life. You're gonna be in this hole. I remember that night. I always tell a story about it. I just cried, cried and cried, and I didn't know, but that night was the night that I decided that I wanted to do something different. I wanted to be a positive leader, a positive role model.
A felony plea deal on charges of distribution of cocaine would land him 13 months in prison. He would then return home to Brookhaven and manage to land on his feet at a Toyota dealership where just last year he was named their Salesman of the Year. Johns is also active in the surrounding area, telling his story to at-risk youth in hopes that they don't repeat his mistakes, and in the process, he's gained what eluded him in Alabama.
Where I'm at now, which is the happiest I've been in my life, because there's not pressure on me anymore. I think for most people, success for Jimmy Johns is the NFL, Hall of Fame, career, this and that. But to me, being successful is just being able to provide for my family, being able to do this right here, get back to the community.
What he's doing now is helping pave the way for a new semi-pro football team in Old Brook. The team is comprised of players from Brookhaven, Hazelhurst, and Franklin County high schools, teams that won state championships in 2004, 5, and 6. They're called the Tri-County Heroes.
This is my community. I grew up here, I've seen things here, and I want to change it. I want to change my city. I want to change what's going on with this younger generation and kind of get back to how it used to be.
And maybe it's not too late for Johns to get back to the way it used to be. He's only 24 years old and not far removed from the ability that made him the best linebacker at Alabama. He just needs an opportunity.
Do you still hope maybe somehow you'll go somewhere?
Yeah, definitely. But I'm a realist. I know I need to take care of my family. I know that comes first.
I know several coaches that in the NFL right now, all they got to do is send some film to them, and they'll take a look at him. He will have a shot once we get some film on him next year.
1, 2, 3, heroes!